to get 3 points in your first game in a tournament that you're expected to win, that's a big deal. Yeah, man, big deal. So, yeah, people, we're here to talk about the 2-0 victory for the Reggae Boyz over the Suriname team. It was indeed a good game. Yeah, so we'll be talking about it. So, before we get into that, people, thanks again for tuning in to the show. It's always a pleasure to prepare contents for you, you know what I mean? So big up on yourself. Thanks to the new subscribers, really appreciate it. Trust me, the thing I move people and really appreciate the support. The new people, big ups. The persons who have been on for quite some time and you have been showing the support, respect and manners. Yeah? Alright, so also I'm gonna encourage you just to hit the thumbs up when you jump onto this video. Alright, so Jamaica were expected to win this year's Gold Cup 2021. That's the spirit, that's the expectation of the fans out there. They want it. Coach Whitmore also wants it because he made the point clear that he would have gone close to win, and now is the time because he would have gotten, you know, some stuff together that he would have wanted, and he's pretty confident that his team can win it. Also, Andre Blake alluded to the fact that they are in a good place and they indeed can win this. All right, so now kickoff. Game started well. Jamaicans started high pressing. I think they would have done their homework in assessing this Suriname team. They came out, didn't give them any space on the ball, and that's a good thing. They kept on breaking up the plays. The middle of the park, though, wasn't all that impressive for me. But the role that the players got, I think they played it creditably well. So you have to give them credit for that. You know what I mean? It was a game of two halves, in my estimation, for the Jamaican team, as well the Suriname team. The Suriname team didn't do so well because Jamaica would have disrupted their play. I mean, high pressing was dominating them, and the defense of the Jamaica team was very hard to breach. The plays were kind of isolated to me in terms of the three thirds, defensive, attacking, and middle third, where I didn't see many slick passes in the middle of the park where players were making the passes, and those passes would have caused the goals to score. Most times there were some isolation in my estimation where in the defensive third, three players make a play. When the ball reaches to the third person, in order them to make those play, or what I'm saying is that they should have continued to build up those play. But what happened is that when the third player gets the ball, that player goes for a long ball. You know what I mean? However, some person said that that's basically a weakness in Suriname, balls over the top. So possibly that was the strategy employed. But in my estimation, it didn't look well because we weren't moving across the areas in such a smooth way. So when we had possession, we weren't looking all that good. And we have the possession. So, yeah, man, it's about, but we dominated the first half because we played better and we scored 2 goals. Those 2 goals, in my estimation, again, from watching the game, that they came from individual brilliance. It was a long ball again over through the middle. Leon Bailey latched onto the ball, had a little spill there. He went on. He should have kicked on the first time of asking. For me, he didn't. He twisted and he turned. Was out of all the doors were shut, so he had to make back a back pass or a square pass to his teammate Daniel Johnson. That defender closed him down pretty well, but it was like a basketball play to me, like a pick and roll, where Daniel Johnson played off Bowser, which is Shamar Nicholson, and he pushed the ball inside and unleashed that shot into the back of the net. So it was a good individual brilliance in terms of the goal for the first goal. The second goal was another ball. Damian Lowe saw Shamar Nicholson again in the box. He tried to play it over the top. The Suriname defender headed it out but did not get a good clearance. And Bobby Reid scored a screamer, an absolute screamer on the volley. So it was more of individual brilliance from the Reggae Boyz. In the second half, they actually were a bit flat. I think they eased up of the acceleration. Suriname made some good changes. They brought in a very tall player, and the Asubang fellow there who actually came to assist the number 21 up front there, or in the middle of the park. So he brought a little spark and a little life into the Suriname team. But that tall defender, I think, or midfielder, I think it was a brilliant move because he nullified some of the plays of the Reggae Boyz with his height. Trust me, it was a brilliant injection from the coach of the Suriname team. However, with all that said, at the end of the day, Jamaica got 3 points. And in a tournament where the quest is to win the tournament and they started off with 3 points, it's a big thing for me. So, congratulations to the boys. Good win. Many persons might not like the performance, especially for the entire game, but in my estimation, the first half was the best. So that's why I spoke on two halves. The Jamaicans were a bit sitting back in the second half. I think if it was a stronger team in terms of being penetrative, then we would have been in some problems. But again, like I said, congratulations to the lads. They did extremely well to score those 2 goals and to get 3 points. And to add to that, they did not allow a goal to go in on them. So in other words, they held a clean sheet, and that is something to look into. So big up to the Reggae Boyz. It was not one of those fancy wins that the fans would have wanted. However, a win is a win. 3 points, 3 points. Yeah. So we are pretty confident that going forward, they will take the games in stride. I know the coaching staff will be working on a number of things that they would have seen in the game to tweak it, to ensure that they play much better. In the middle of the park, we have a weakness. Nevertheless, again, I am confident that these players should be given the opportunity. They are professionals. They should go out there and execute that game according to how the coach would have set it up. You know what I mean? So, big ups to them again. There seems to be some issues in terms of the changes, but I wouldn't want to get into that at this moment. Yeah, good game by Bobby Reid, good game by Leon Bailey. I think they played in spurts, in my estimation. It wasn't a game where they were dominating right through. They played in spurts. But again, a win is a win, people. There's not much I can say. A win is a win. And we get 3 points and we can go into the next game knowing that another 3 points will get us to the second round or the quarterfinal. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Let us throw our support at the boys. Yeah, man. They are expected to improve as the tournament goes on. I believe so. They are going to be improving, and once they get things right, sky's the limit for them. So again, people, thanks for tuning into the show. I want you to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what are your thoughts on this game. In my estimation, it wasn't the best of performance, but at the end of the day, 3 points, clean sheet, and we are joined top of the group with Costa Rica. Thanks again, people, for tuning into the Coach's Desk. Remember to tell a friend about the Coach's Desk. Remember to subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so when we publish videos, you will be notified. Thanks again, my people. Peace out.